Absolutely. Definitely looking forward to some of those Juju plays, man. The Juju
Dude,
highlights. I feel like we need to make a Juju highlight reel.
we might. I would just look up and the game was over, and I was like, man, I was like, how did it happen? I just see Juju up the center, and I was like, oh, well, that's how it happened.
Yeah, strong up the center every time. He was ducking underneath that A, man. A lot of good plays under the A. It's definitely
Oh yeah,
exciting to see that bunker getting a lot of use.
yeah. It was kind of I was kind of shocked. I know I want to say it was the first map. We had the mini A's on each side, so it allowed players to actually go under into the opponent's side and not be seen because the mini A's are kind of wide.
Yeah,
So
they
it was kind
they
of nice.
block that from you. Like you can't see underneath it, so when you're right in front of it, you can kind of hide beneath that. And people don't really know you're right on the other side of that A.
Yes, yes, a lot of good footage. I'm definitely satisfied with how it turned out. Unfortunately, with it being random draw, some people don't show up. Some are late. Whatever. But
It does happen.
ultimately, I think it's the VXL is headed in the right direction, to say the least.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think we had a couple a little bit difficulty with getting people to show up, but overall good turnout. We had some reservists who we didn't really plan on playing who showed up kind of at the last minute and really helped us out. I know Merrick filled in for one of Lifted's players. They didn't have as many issues. We did have. Beastly Boys decided to forfeit that last match for third at that point because they were down two players.
Right.
But really, other than that, I don't really think there were any other major issues, other than some audio problems early in the day. It seemed to
Hmm.
get better as it went, but
Yeah, I noticed that happened in both lobbies actually, with the whole pause and not being able to resume. Um,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we just bring that to Jesse's attention. He can kind of see on his end what's going on, because that
Hmm.
kind of sucks to have to, like I saw, like, I think when it happened to us, we weren't on stream. So all we did was we said, okay, we'll end it and restart it. We didn't do the buzzer back and forth.
Right.
So
As long as you keep track of it, either way works. But it's tricky to have to when you can't restart that match because I had the same problem. It did pause the match, but it stayed saying pause and wouldn't let me resume.
right. Yeah. So, um, but yeah, big shout out to you guys. You and GZ kind of held down the graphics, the overlays, stuff like that looks amazing.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot. I don't think a lot of people know the amount of work it takes just to get one of these events rolling. I surely didn't until the first one. I knew there were some things, but when you're determined to kind of bring something to the people, the players, like I said, that's kind of the motto is, for the players, by the players, because we all play the game. We know what we would like to see, and we kind of make it happen. And it's been a good experience so far.
Yeah, I think so as well. You said you had some of the transfuse products, didn't you? Do you want to go ahead and show
Yeah.
some of that off while we're on the call?
Yeah. So we got the shirt right here. I don't know if we can see it.
Oh,
Kind of a little bit low.
absolutely. Looking
Let's see if
good,
I.
man.
Ooh, got to stand up here and. Uh, so we got that, and then this is actually their main product. They actually do have a couple other products coming out, but basically this is what
A
I've
little
been
higher.
talking
You want to
about.
hold it up a little bit higher? Yeah, there you go.
A little delay on my end, I
Oh,
guess.
okay. Yeah, we see it clearly now. Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Okay, so I got I guess the tropical bliss, if you will. Um, but
Is that your
basically,
favorite?
yeah, I've tried all three. I think I would rank them tropical bliss, watermelon lime, and then the blue raspberry, which is kind of shocking because I actually kind of like blue raspberry a lot. But it's awesome. Like I said, I work in logistics and transportation, and I'm in the environment a lot and out in the heat sometimes, and it keeps me going all day. And it's basically like a hydration multiplier is what they kind of go off of.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it has more vitamin C than the actual emergency, which is supposed to make you feel better. Yeah, it's got 1,500 milligrams compared to 1,000 in emergency.
Right.
So this alone you could replace emergency with and actually taste good. And if you're not feeling that great,
Right.
I've also been told, for those of age, good hangover remedy. I've heard that quite a bit.
Yeah, I believe it.
um, but basically, the best way to put it is if you could take Pedialyte, Gatorade, coconut water, and emergency and put it all together and it actually tastes good and it's all natural and has, like, a little bit of caffeine in there from a couple of the ingredients, and then it has I want to say it has choline in it. So choline is good for your body when your body has pretty much been exhausted and it does not have nutrients. So it kind of helps reduce like that inflammation and all the cortisol and stuff like that your body produces. So it kind of keeps you going. So I've been testing it out for about a month now, and I have nothing bad to say about it.
That's awesome. I know,
Yeah.
we were joking around, but we were earlier. I don't know if you were in the lobby, but they were talking about sweating a lot when they play Gorilla Tag because I think it was Nuglo actually hosted a Gorilla Tag tournament last night. I think is what he was saying, and we were all
Oh,
talking about
nice.
that, and that sounds perfect. And it's the fact that it's all natural is a big thing because I know a lot of the energy drinks these days it's kind of like this like chemical cocktail type situation. You really don't know what you're getting. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so happy that Transfuse is willing to work with us. I know they've been wanting to, help out in the esports community, and that's really it's really helpful. Obviously they're involved with paintball, so we're right there at
Mm,
that intersection of the two, which I think
right.
really makes us perfect partners.
Yeah, I've seen them popping up with some streamers, some like Call of Duty people and stuff like that, and
Hmm.
and that's great. There's on the gaming side, they've always had G Fuel, which I've tried, and it gets you energized and stuff like that. I wouldn't call it like a hydration kind of thing, but
Right.
like you said, like I think you hit the nail on the head. Like VR gaming in general, like besides Snapshot, you have all those other games that are even more active, and paintball. Like I think this is like the perfect medium between gaming and like like adrenaline based sports like paintball.
Right. Right.
So we're not just sitting down, so we're moving around. I know a lot of people even before the event, like just when we would scrim each other, like, oh man, I'm sweating, like you really get into it,
Yeah.
so it's nice.
I often hear, what is it that, oh, I'm wearing knee pads right now. That's the big one. You think, we're playing a video game, but it's a lot more active than you'd think. I'm not sure if we had anybody like streaming their perspective. I know some guys stream the full body too, so you can really see. But it's
Yeah.
a really active game. Like I said, people are serious about this, and they are wearing knee pads. They are wearing elbow pads. They're getting into it.
Oh, I wore knee pads.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Oh, I
too
don't
old.
blame you. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Yeah, when we're playing, yeah, I've got to wear them. I'm trying to get up and down quickly. That height change can be really effective, but I'm not trying to ruin the knees down here.
Yeah, no, it's oh gosh, anything I can do to like support my old age, I think I don't know how many people, listen to there's a couple podcasts in paintball, and I haven't been able to play paintball in a while just because I moved out of California. Now I'm in Idaho. There's no paintball around. So Bob Long back in the day used to say your heart doesn't die, but your body does. And that's kind of like where I'm like, here, like, okay, let me put the knee pads in. Gotta have that. I gotta have, oh, hydration. Oh yeah, I'm getting old. I'm getting tired quicker. So it's really nice. I wouldn't, I've never been one to like really ride the tails of a company that I didn't believe in.
Right.
And so I've talked to them. They've been great at getting back. They provided us, some graphics to use, the video that we saw earlier. They're very supportive of the esports community because I think they realize that it's a booming industry. Paintball is too, but you have to have a paintball gun. You have to be near a paintball field
It's
or
it's
have
not
multiple
cheap.
people.
Yeah, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
like yeah. So why not? I would say that the gaming industry easily surpasses the paintball industry in dollar,
Oh yeah,
dollar
and
amount.
I would say especially with the Quest 2 coming out, VR has really never been more accessible than it is right now.
Right.
Yeah, it's easier to get into. It's cheaper to get into, and honestly, I know back when I got my original Vive way back in the day, it wasn't really cheaper to get into VR than it was to get into paintball. I think my paintball equipment was cheaper than the original Vive
Jeez.
was, but it's one of those things that now, Quest is what 299. You can get in pretty
Yeah.
quickly. Yeah, it's great. I think we've seen a influx of new players recently because of it, because it is so easy to get into now.
Oh, for
Um,
sure.
and kind of what you talked to, not being able to play paintball, I think Snapshot specifically, it kind of captures that same feeling, especially when you're not able to go do it in real life or, in the winter when it's just not open.
Right. And that's my thing is like I've always been that's like the one sport I've always loved. I played, soccer all my life. I was really good at that, but like it just didn't do it for me like paintball did.
Right.
So like I was always on Greg Hastings, digital paintball, all that good stuff. And then I actually just got into VR. I want to say around Christmas, this past Christmas. I got this Rift S for $299 at Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it was kind of nice, perfect timing. And I was like, oh, I heard paintball. I was like, oh, paintball. So I think that this league can kind of, I guess, basically kind of attach to any kind of paintball tournament, like, or I guess game in general.
Yeah.
You could play this on Xbox. If Greg Hastings makes one, you can kind of extend that into this.
Oh, I'm
And
pushing for an infinite tournament paintball game, dude. I'm telling you.
I have yet
It's
to play
definitely
that.
you should, dude. You got to check it out. It's still early. You can tell it's a little rough, but it's playable. I think I bought it when it was $1.99 on sale, so
Oh,
it's an easy buy. Kind of what you said. You talked about like kind of getting that real like getting pumped up from paintball. I think I've heard it described as paintball's like a team sport, but everybody has the ball.
oh yeah,
It's not just only one person has a chance to shine at any given point. It is a team sport, but everybody's in the action at any given point.
oh yeah. I mean, any person can make or break the game. Like you said,
Right.
everybody has the ball. I mean, and that's what I like about this too. Like I saw it on the stream when I wasn't playing. I played in it. There were multiple points where somebody was like the 1 versus 2 or
Oh
3,
yeah.
and they still won. It's doable because they have the ability to do that. And that's what I love about the game.
Oh, it looks like we have Juju down here in the chat. He's saying he has a confession to make. He doesn't play paintball. He plays airsoft. I guess he's not allowed to play anymore. What are we gonna do?
Oh man, we're gonna have to strip him of all that titles that we
Uh,
just gave him.
we'll get him playing paintball before too long. Don't worry.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay. We don't judge.
We'll convert him, dude. Don't worry.
Yeah, just give it a shot. Give it a shot, Juju. You'd be one hell of a paintball player if you
Uh,
play like that.
he's got it figured out, I think.
I think he has the natural instincts. More on to his gameplay. I've been playing paintball on and off probably since 2001, and I I haven't seen instincts like that. Like he just naturally knew how to like maneuver on that field. And I'm not saying like because he hasn't played he can't have instincts, but like he just kind of got like the gist of how the game was progressing and knew where to go.
Oh yeah, and I'll be the first to admit too. I came from an airsoft background before.
Ah,
I know. I'll admit it.
cut
And
cut the show. Cut the show.
we got to cut.
Good cut.
No, but we played paintball in high school, but there wasn't anywhere to play, so like we shot each other in the woods, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I'll admit, playing this made me start going play paintball. Like
Yeah.
I had a bunch of airsoft guns. I sold some of my extra ones. I bought some paintball stuff, and I got onto it. Like it's one of those things where it it's so close to real life in a lot of ways that it really
Yeah.
transfers over.
I had
Yeah,
a cousin that was into that. He had battery like the what is it, the battery powered airsoft, and those
oh,
things
they're
shot like
nuts. They're nuts,
whew.
dude. Yeah, it's really it's hard to explain. It's so similar to paintball, but it's so different at the same time.
Yeah, no thank you. I don't want to get shot by one of those. That's
They'll
whew,
light you up, dude. You guys think
God.
like 15 BPS is fast on a paintball gun? They've got like 50, 60 RPS airsoft guns out there.
Yeah, I think the only reason like I had a couple of the cheapy airsoft guns back in the day, but I think
Uh-huh.
the only thing that got me, I was pissed if somebody got shot and didn't get out.
That's the problem
And
with airsoft, yeah.
yeah, so I was like, "What?" And then I would get angry. And at least in paintball, hey, you're not gonna get out. I'm gonna light you up.
Right.
And, you know,
I'll be the first to admit it hurts a lot more getting hit with a paintball than it does getting hit with an airsoft gun. When you're out,
really?
yeah, oh, absolutely, absolutely. Like so, airsoft you can kind of just like, oh, you don't even show a reaction hardly. Paintball, it's like when you hit me, I want you to stop shooting me for real. Like,
Huh. See, I didn't get into it that much. I knew the cheap ones I had didn't shoot that hard, I guess you could say. But
bro, after when we're done here, I'll show you the crazy stuff they have going on, dude. It's nuts. Yeah, but
yeah,
definitely.
interesting.
And I think G's in the Hood mentioned here. We have a lot of people who are playing Snapshot who come from the airsoft community. Really, any
Hmm.
kind of that like skirmish sport type stuff, the
Right.
combat sport stuff. I think there's really a lot of overlap in the interest area for that. So we do see in the main Snapshot Discord, you see a lot of players who have airsoft backgrounds and paintball as well. And there's always, I think, a pretty good kind of discussion going on in that community. Everybody likes to show off their toys and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure. I think if you just have that want to play an extreme sport, airsoft, paintball, like this game is for you, because it kind of, like you said, it kind of is the same thing. You have tactics, you know, you have guns, you know, you get shot, you're out kind of thing. And I like where it's moving. And, you know, the more people, the better. I think that's one thing that the VXL is really trying to do, is basically increase the community base. Like we want more people to join. It feels like the games aren't as active anymore, and like the more new people I get in, the more, you know, the more teams we get entered in here, or the more people you can just go into a lobby at any time of the day and actually play people besides the bots. So, you know, the event's not only good for the players, it's good for the game itself. And I think if someone did like the you know, the online, how many people are online in Snapshot, and I think it was saying there was like 14 plus people on, and that's not normal. But
Oh
this
no.
event, you know, this event is helping bring those numbers up, and if that doesn't say something, I don't know what does.
Oh, absolutely. I know it was great to see all the people on today. You know, it's great to see those full lobbies. I know we actually had a pretty good game on Thursday too for the community night. That was pretty
Mm-hmm.
good. You know, I think we're doing a good job of, you know, kind of pulling, especially, you know, because we're doing the VXL stuff, kind of the throwback to the X ball. You know, we're kind of pulling in I think some of the paintball community as well. I think that's kind of, you know, where Transfuse kind of overlaps with us. You know, so
Yeah,
um,
absolutely.
I guess before we wrap up tonight, is there anything else you want to add? Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, so just in case no one's seen the link in the Discord, there is a link under league sponsors for Transfuse. You get 10% off following that link, or you can use the code TB10. So Tango for T and Bravo for B, and then the number 10.
I'll throw it up on the screen here in a
Yeah,
second.
so we'll get that up. Might as well take advantage of it. You know, it's, you know, hey, any kind of discount I can get, I'll take. But you know, big shout out to you guys. I know last minute, you know, we only had one caster, which was you. So that's a task in itself. I would not want to deal with so many different personalities over
It's
there.
been a long day, that's for sure. I think we're on let me see, stream's been going for 3 hours and 57 minutes right
Yeah.
now. So I'm gonna go ahead and we've got that code. It's TB10, uh, big letters here on the screen in case anybody wants to get that down. So we've got that
Oh,
under your picture now too.
dang.
Um, but yeah, no, definitely, it's been a long day, but it's been a fun day. I'm excited to see some of the clips. And we're, you know,
Yeah.
where I think, you know, GZ hit on the head here in the chat. He's saying we're really looking to bring in more players. You know, we're welcoming to all skill levels. I think that's
Hmm.
kind of one thing that helps with the random draw is that it's not going to be, you know, a team of newbies versus a team of just all veterans who are going to crush people. You know, we're mixing
Hmm.
everybody in. So, you know, if you're new, if you want to get started in Snapshot, if you want to see what it's like to play competitively and a little bit more structured than the public lobbies, this is a great way to get started. We have a lot of the veteran players playing, and they're always helpful and ready to show new players the ropes.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you know, beyond that, we're looking to bring in more sponsors. So if anybody out there has a business that's aligned with what we want to do, or you're interested in being involved, feel free to drop us a line. You can always reach us in our Discord. Um, and that's a public invite. Like I said, you can get the link to the Discord in our description on Twitch.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, anything to help grow. But like you said, it's just, you know, I think that might be something we improve for the next one. Is, you know, like I reached out to a few people and they're like, oh, I'm new, you know, like I'm not good, you know. But we need to kind of break that barrier down and say, like, you know, I think the first event I had 2 or 3 new people on my team, one that I have yet to see play besides that event. And it was a girl from Britain actually, and she
Oh, I
had a
remember that.
blast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was Amy, and you know, had a blast. And you know, we didn't do so hot towards the end, but like we still had a fun time. And that new player gets to enjoy that, just like Juju. Like Juju doesn't play all that often, but like he was having
Right.
a blast. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Definitely the favorite of the night, I think.
oh, 100%, no question. I mean, that man.
A
he
strong
was
showing.
living it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just living it. You should have heard him in the pits, man. It was just, oh.
Oh, I got a couple clips of I think it was you and Juju both throwing your arms up, a little bit of dancing going on, and after you won
Yeah.
some points. Yeah.
I mean, I was feeding off of it because normally, like, I am just a, like, you know, laser focus. Like, I'm like, if you would compare me to paintball, I'm like the Russian Legion. Like, I have a job, I'm gonna do it. There's no laughter, there's no
Very in
celebration.
the moment.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like he was just like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I feel this, you know, like I mean, that's great, and I think that's a
Yeah.
big contribution as to our success in the tournament was like he built that vibe, and we
Oh
just fed
yeah.
off of it.
I think maybe some people don't really realize how important it is, but kind of that momentum, when you're winning
Mm.
points, like it's easy to kind of I guess kind of put the other team in a bad spot mentally. You know what I mean? When you're
Oh
really
yeah.
winning points, if you can keep that going, I think the energy of the team really matters. I know when you're on a team that's having fun, it's easier to do well.
Yeah, you don't have anyone down your throat. Like I know,
Right.
I think it was map 2 that of the finals. We were up like 4-0, and then we ended up losing that map 5-4. And we went into the third game. We weren't like down, like we weren't like pissed at each other. We were just like, hey, let's play our game. And as soon as we got in, 0-2, in the beginning of the third map, we're like, but there was never any negativity. And I think that's
Right.
another thing with this tournament. Like I'm extremely competitive, but like I didn't have it in me to be upset with anyone. Like if
Oh
anything, I was
yeah.
more upset at myself. But like you said, the team just kept you going, and it was great.
Yeah, you got to be able to bounce back from those losses. You can't let, especially the day you guys had today, you can't let one get to you. I think was that the only map you guys lost all day today?
I think so. I
Yeah.
think yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a wake up call. I think we just kind of got in our heads and we're like, hey, this tournament's our. I noticed we started talking. We're like, oh, we'll try and get a buzzer win or something. And that's the wrong mentality to have too. That you think you have the tournament in the bag, and
Yeah.
then you get reverse swept on a map, and then you start the third and final map down 2 points, and that just goes to show your mentality is everything.
Right. Well,
So
so I think one last thing I think G's wanted us to add here is that if you guys stay tuned, check the Discord out. We're gonna have announcements for our next events coming up, probably in either a
mm,
month or two. So as soon as we kind of get everything decompressed from this, kind of get some highlights together, we will get some information out on that. Um,
yeah,
just want to honestly, Mutiny, want to thank you for getting this ball rolling and getting these events going. I know I've thoroughly enjoyed being able to help out with it. Honestly really proud of what we've been able to create here. I think the stream went well today. The tournament looked like it was a ton of fun. I know I had fun just watching it.
I
Um,
know. We need to get you in one.
yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Someone else is gonna have to take my seat for a little while.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I think that's all I have for the night. You want to go ahead and sign us off, Mutiny?
Yeah, just big thanks to you and GZ again. I couldn't have done it without you too. I'm glad to see everyone had fun. That ultimately is it. And team one, get to me on Discord for the first place prize, $10 Steam gift card to each person. I got to figure that out because I don't know if I can buy the $10
You
increment
you can do it
at
all
Walmart.
digitally. They got to be friends with you on
They have to
Steam.
be friends with it. That's right. I was
Yeah.
just, I was gonna say that'd be a lot easier than going out to the store anyway.
Yeah. Definitely save on
So
shipping.
yeah, yeah. So congrats again. But that's it, guys. I'm really happy.
All right. Well, great. Well, you guys have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you watching.
Later.
Yeah.